Welcome. It's E3 or almost E3. We're excited.
It's pre-3.
Pre-3. We're gonna be talking about all the press conferences today.
Gotcha.
Are you guys excited?
I'm fairly excited.
My hands are still up in the air. I'm so excited.
I'll put mine up with you.
Woo!
It's like a roller coaster.
We're gonna be talking about all the press conferences today, what we hope to see, and there's gonna be a video about what you guys want to see. You guys emailed us. We're gonna talk about it. There's a cool graphic on the screen right now. Below our good homie Jimmy Fraser did that for us. Check him out on Twitter.
Thanks, Jim. Love you.
Something I will
J-Shark
put
111.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
111. Put that on the bottom too for you guys. Gamerations does E3. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Wait, are we cracking first?
Yeah, we have to crack them open. That's how you cheers. Otherwise, it's bad luck. Cheers.
I live life with bad luck.
This week we're doing.
That's pretty good.
And we're back talking about E3, pre-3. This is the big one. Don't die on me.
I'm dying.
This is the big one.
The big one.
That's what she said.
It's Nintendo.
That's not what she said.
Nintendo.
It's Nintendo. They just released the Switch a few months ago, and it's doing some successful things. Yeah. Game of the generation, Breath of the Wild.
E3.
Massive sales for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
E3.
They have 2 games, Mike.
Sorry.
We're going to talk about more of them.
Oh, great.
So,
Jess, you got to calm down.
The biggest game they have coming out for 2017 is Super Mario Odyssey. What do we expect from
I expect
our old
to
pal?
see more worlds.
Yeah.
I expect to see new abilities or more abilities. I expect to see other characters from the Mario universe in this world. Maybe Donkey Kong. Maybe Yoshi. Maybe Luigi.
I like that guy.
Luigi is cool.
Yeah.
Maybe Wario. Throw that guy a bone once in a while.
Yeah, he hasn't had anything.
All right. First
He's
off,
out of work.
If you were getting Wario, you goddamn better give Waluigi.
No, Waluigi sucks.
He's a way better character than Wario. You watch your mouth.
Yo, Waluigi's a lanky piece of shit.
I'll fucking cut you.
He's got like a lightning bolt mustache.
All right, friends. This is the Nintendo part.
Honestly, the only thing
kids are watching.
Stop, calm down, man. Jeez, you drank 1 beer and got goes crazy.
I'm on my second beer.
The only thing I want, we know he has a talking hat.
Oh,
I just want all the rest
of
his
clothes
to
It just
talk.
has eyes, man.
All the rest of his clothes.
I want all of his clothes to be like
his
living
overalls
beer.
and his hat are like getting into an argument over it.
That's all I want. Like, honestly, I would consider buying a Mario game and a Nintendo console if Mario's clothes just argue with each other the whole game. I think that'd be funny as shit.
Dan, what do you want to see from Mario?
Dude, I have pretty high expectations. I want to see some more gameplay. I said this seriously. In our early 2017 what's our game of the year, that in my heart I want Mario Odyssey to be game of the year. Even though it might not be, but in my heart I want it to be just as good as Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Mike does not care.
No, I do. I think I hope for you that it is that good.
Thanks.
I want to know more about how we get stars in this game. And like what the challenges are. If it's just go into the world and sort of.
My assumption is in the New York level you have to rob someone to
it's at the top of the Empire State Building.
Jump on enough hood of taxis and eventually pops open and
see
gives you a
them
star.
doing that.
Yeah, no, it seems
I need to know more about how the worlds work and how the gameplay. Because in so many Mario games you get jump into this painting, jump into this painted M on the side of this building. You know what I mean? Like go to this planet. Like,
what's the hub?
What is like when I get to this new world, are all the worlds presented to me through the city?
I don't know.
When I get to a new world, is it just like explore and?
Well, I think it's like literally a planet of worlds.
There might not be worlds.
Regions.
It might just be a planet, and then you just travel the planet.
Yeah, the Odyssey.
Right.
So,
there's a globe.
But I'm wondering, once you get to that world, is it just like explore and see all the different ways you can get stars, or if it's
literally
like you
open
get there,
world?
Yeah, like you get there and it's like, no, you have to go into this door to start this one, and you have to jump into this painting to get this one. You know what I mean? Like start the level. Like in Super Mario 64, you jump into the painting, and then it's like, oh well, if you interact with this star, like it'll port you to this part of the level, and if you do star 2, it'll bring you here. It's like I wonder how they divvy that up in this game, or if it's so free, like free air, like Zelda, where it's like just explore, man. You'll find them. You'll trigger things. You'll do it.
talking clothes is all I want. I have
like
high
in real
expectations. Honestly,
the big game of the summer, Splatoon 2.
E3. I'm excited for Splatoon 2.
I think I'll pick up Splatoon 2.
I'm excited for Splatoon 2.
Are you guys excited to pay for multiplayer?
$20 a year is not bad.
Yeah, but it's Nintendo servers.
I played the ARMS, not beta, like global test punch.
Right.
No problem.
No.
And I have shitty Wi-Fi in my house. I had no problem jumping in and out of games, and it played perfectly.
Well, I'm
pretty
glad
much.
to hear that.
And all the people who came out with ARMS reviews today, no one mentioned bad internet connection.
Yeah.
I still suspect it's like, you know how even PlayStation Network and Xbox Live go down when there's too many.
Of course.
Too many people. I expect a lot of that from Nintendo, but we'll see. Anyway, go on with
your. But for $20 a year.
Yeah, I played Splatoon 1. I really, really enjoyed it. It was an accessible and unique shooter. And I expect more of the same, and then some more fun single-player stuff. There's some co-op mode in Splatoon 2 as well.
I'm excited to jump on in, too, because I did not play Splatoon 1. I'm still upset that they're not calling it Splatoon, TWON.
That would have been a good name.
Or with the 2 in the.
Yeah, I'm still upset about that. But, what's the saying? It's like...
Everybody makes mistakes.
If you're a kid, you're a squid. If you're a squid, you're a kid.
I'm so glad you just
I'm in for Splatoon 2. Can't wait to shoot down with a bunch of paint.
True.
Next
up, we have Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I never played the first one. I never played X.
Watched a bunch of streams of X. Looks pretty good. Okay. Won't play it, but I might play 2.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know if I got that time.
Nobody has that time.
Xenoblade's a very long game. Looks cool, though. Trailer looked good.
It's the kind of game I'd get if I had a Switch, but I don't, so whatever.
It's good for those Japanese RPG audiences that are like, hey, we're craving something. It's like, Xenoblade's coming your way, baby.
I need something to fill that 60-hour craving I always have.
You make a joke, but like that's legitimate.
I know
RPG
people
players.
definitely do that.
I know a lot of people who do that. So
I got plenty of.
What's the RPG I play in between my 200-hour RPGs?
I know. Where's that short 50-hour game?
Yeah. Ni no Kuni.
Next up, just announced this week, Pokken Tournament DX.
Let's go! I am hyped on Pokken Tournament.
I don't know
DX.
why. I remember you guys being like very.
I loved Pokken Tournament.
It was fun. It was fun.
I was the only one at this table that was like, I play that game all the time. Dan was like, it was cool. Negri hated it.
Yeah.
You were indifferent about it because you don't own a Wii U.
Right.
I was like all about it. Was fun. I played like 100 and something matches of that game. 200 matches.
This one's got
I feel
more
like
that's characters.
Not that much.
It's a lot. For playing by myself, yeah, that's a lot.
All right, that's fair.
Anyway, this one's got more characters, so like that's kind of cool.
It's got the Sidgewai.
Yeah,
that's such a good character.
But why is Incineroar not in there? He's begging to be in the fighting game.
So was Greninja, but
yeah. Well, Greninja was in Smash.
DLC, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I'm okay with that. Like I love Pokemon. I'm totally cool with having more Pokemon in this game. Croagunk's so weird. I feel like you should choose Toxicroc, the evolution. Croagunk's alright.
I think
Decidueye is cool. Empoleon is awesome.
Empoleon is
oh man,
so
what are the
cool.
other two that were added to that? Empoleon, Decidueye, Croagunk. There were two more. I was
so
hyped
you're
on
okay
both
with
of them.
Paying full price for a game you already own plus a couple extra characters.
I did that with Mario Kart. Why wouldn't I do that with Pokemon?
Oh, that's right. I forgot you sucker. Go on.
If I have fun playing them, I'm not gonna plug my Wii U back in. Why not? I don't care.
Okay. Next up is Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
And I'll buy those games too, baby.
It is
not for Switch.
Not for Switch. Not for Switch.
That was the biggest disappointment from that direct.
It's not as I wouldn't say it's a sequel. I wouldn't say it's a sequel to Sun and Moon, but it's another adventure in the Alola region.
It's hard. Okay, so a quick sidebar with this. It's really interesting to me because it's like, first of all, I love the way that this game was revealed. It was revealed in the Pokken Tournament DX trailer. Mm-hmm. It's very cool to me.
Right.
The Pokken Tournament DX trailer, if you haven't seen it, it's about a guy. He buys the game and he's going to see his. I'm assuming it's his brother or somebody.
Something like that.
He comes over and he gives his niece and nephew gifts, and they're clearly 3DS games. He gives them to him. He goes over, and then he brings over Pokken Tournament. They put it in there like, all right, let's go. They like lock eyes. The exclamation points come on. They play Pokken Tournament. and it's like the kids are over there playing DS or whatever. It's like, oh, we got them Sun and Moon, like whatever. Like they're having fun. And then it's like Pokken Tournament ends, they talk about it, then they pan over to the kids. The kids are playing Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and you're like, what is this? This is a new game.
It was very cool. I think a lot of people are disappointed that it's not a Switch game. I don't understand that, honestly. It's designed for the 3DS or 2DS at this point. They've built it that way, and anyone who thought that they were going to properly port it at this point is just like, it's too soon, and they don't have a big enough team to do that. So if they're making a new game and they want to do it right for the Switch, that means they need a new team, they need a new engine, they need new everything. It is way too soon for them to port that over. So I think if you want that new story, this is the way to do it, and I'm actually glad that they're doing it this way. I think it would not make sense the other way.
It extends the life of the 3DS for a little while longer,
which is that's the thing. They don't want to let go of that because it's it's like their cash cow essentially. You know what I mean?
For now, yeah.
It's a great console.
It's like their highest selling console. What I want to say though is Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is weird because it looks very similar to Pokemon Black and White 2 in the sense that it's fused with the third Pokemon. So if you play Sun and Moon long enough, you get that black Pokemon. Yeah. That's like this weird polygonal, I guess is the word, if that's even a word. Just sort of angular black Pokemon that's clearly fused with the two now.
Yeah.
So it's like very much like Black and White where you get Kyurem at the end and you can fuse them to make gray Reshiram or gray whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm interested to see how that goes. That's all I'm going to say.
Next up, Breath of the Wild DLC. They announced that they would have a season pass with 2 DLC packs. They gave details about the first DLC pack. No release date and no information on DLC pack 2, so I think we'll just get some gradual information on that.
I think it'll be in the treehouse. I think it'll be like, oh, look, this is how the map feature works in Breath of the Wild. I want to see a DLC 2 trailer, at least a hint at what it's about.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get it. I think they're going to wait for down the line when, Breath of the Wild hype is finally, dormant, really dormant, and then they're going to hit you with that and bring everybody back.
I think they're going to bring it up when it's ready. That's I think what they're going to do.
Another game we have here is Fire Emblem Warriors. That was announced at the Fire Emblem Direct a few months back.
It was announced during the Switch.
Was
Switch event, It was the stupid gems on the shield. Then you just got the guy.
Oh, well, then they also talked about it again at the Fire Emblem Direct.
We got more details. It's a Musou game. If you like Musou games and you like Fire Emblem, this is a great crossover.
Yeah.
And it might be something I pick up because I like.
There's nothing else on the Switch?
No. I hate when people say that. I like.
There's not.
I like Fire Emblem, but I want to become more involved in the universe, and I feel like it's hard to kind of find a starting point because there's such a large cast. So all the Fire Emblem games are all over the place. And I feel like a Musou game might be good in terms of being introduced to a lot of characters and kind of learning a little bit about them.
And then
so I feel like
from there.
It's like, I like this cast of characters. Yeah. Oh, they're from this game. Then I can go and play that Fire Emblem game. Because I don't want to invest 40 hours into a game I might not like the characters in.
Right.
So I think Fire Emblem Warriors is a good introduction to that universe. Right. Because it's not daunting with this sort of over-the-top turn-based RPG where it's a lot of just kill a bunch of things, mindless.
But at the same time, you really have to like the Musou game style.
Right.
Like if you're not into that, you're gonna hate
I think Fire Emblem is a good hook to maybe get you in just into that game and see if you like it.
They also announced a Fire Emblem game for Switch, but they didn't
details on that.
Details. Do we see details here?
I think
probably
if you've got the audience, why not give a teaser or maybe a release date?
Or not release date, a release window. I think.
I think it was slated for 2018. I think if you're talking about Fire Emblem anyway, and you got people there for Fire Emblem, throw them a bone.
Another possibility that a lot of people are talking about and speculating on is Retro Studios. They've been kind of quiet for a while. They were working on the Donkey Kong Country Returns series last generation.
Freeze also.
And then the generation before that, they were doing Metroid Prime. That was 2 generations ago. What are they up to now? Have they taken their talents to another Nintendo IP that needs a resuscitation? Or are they going back to Metroid, or are they going back to Donkey Kong?
I'd love to see Donkey Kong. That was like one of my biggest Like, that was my biggest upsets from the Switch presentation back in January. It's like, no love for Donkey Kong. You got New Donk City, like, there's something there, but I want, like, a Donkey Kong game. Like, I want, like, I played a little bit of Tropical Freeze or whatever was the Wii U one, but I haven't played a serious Donkey Kong game since the GameCube, and I'm jonesing for it. Metroid, I'm cool with. I'm alright. I don't feel the pressure for a new Metroid game yet.
I feel like you're kind of alone there.
People are,
No, I'm definitely alone on that. I'm not saying people aren't wanting Metroid.
Oh, yeah.
People are very adamant about wanting Metroid that's not Federation Force.
Yeah. That they are.
I'm cool. I don't need a Metroid game anytime soon. I'd much rather have a Donkey Kong game.
But you do know what we need more of.
Uh-oh.
I think I know.
It's Animal Crossing. They announced quite a while ago, at the same time as the Fire Emblem mobile game, that there would be an Animal Crossing mobile game. And when Fire Emblem the mobile game came out, they had when they started talking about that in more detail, they had a slew of games to follow it. The Fire Emblem game that just came out on 3DS.
Echoes of Valentia.
Fire Emblem Echoes. Shadows of Valentia. Fates.
Yeah?
No.
Oh my god.
And then they also talked a little bit about
the Warriors and the
whatever. So, when they talk more about Animal Crossing for mobile, will they talk about Animal Crossing for Switch?
I think it's right at home. It fits. It's such a perfect fit.
I'm amazed that wasn't one of their launch titles. So,
Mike is down on E3 hopes and dreams for Nintendo.
I'm just so not like, I'm not a Nintendo person, so I don't.
Bring it up, man. Be hyped.
I'm not at all surprised that they'll bring up Animal Crossing. I think it'll happen. I'm very surprised that there wasn't an Animal Crossing Switch game at launch. I think it's overdue. I'm sure they're working on it. I'm sure you'll probably see it, or it will be announced if they are actually working on it now. I don't know if there's anything for me to get excited about, because, I just don't really care. But I think a lot of people, like, if you guys like Animal Crossing, I would expect it.
Animal Crossing might be the game that gets me to bring my Switch with me on my commute.
Right.
That's a player housing, baby.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know.
Player housing, like having a home and, creating things.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Animal Crossing is all about. Right, it's so exciting. I love that. You can do it in Breath of the Wild. You can do it in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think the routine of playing Animal Crossing, there's not much to do when you go into it. It's not a game you can play for like 6 hours.
Right.
It's a game you play in short bursts and you enjoy the moments you have with it. And I think that's the perfect game for a commute.
Oh, yeah, I think probably.
And just going, and especially on the Switch, which I don't know how much you've played of the Switch. It has super fast load times.
Right.
So, and like that was kind of what was turning me off. Like, I have Animal Crossing on 3DS, but it takes so long to load up that like, all right, I'm already not interested in playing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think having it on the Switch, having it on mobile will be a fun little addition to the Nintendo family.
What do we got next?
Another addition to the Nintendo family is Monster Hunter XX.
Double Cross, baby.
Double Cross.
Just announced for Switch. Like a week ago.
Double Cross.
Yes.
That's exciting. It just came out on 3DS. Nobody expected it to come out on Switch. Now it's coming to Switch. Monster Hunter's cool. It's going to be on a console.
Those are hugely successful games. So
not in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, in America. Well, among the Japanese game fans.
Try was pretty big. Monster Hunter Try.
The more recent ones have been.
Yeah, the 3DS ones were pretty big.
The older ones were, I guess, more catered to a specific audience. But now they're pretty big. I mean, again, if I had a Switch, that's probably the kind of game I'd be interested in. I have enough JRPGs now where I don't need to worry.
But now we got Monster Hunter on console. That means most likely that the next Monster Hunter game that will come out will probably be developed for Switch, if this one sells really well.
I would expect that probably anyway. Cool. But yeah,
but you never know. I mean, they might try to keep the 3DS around long, which doesn't make sense for them in the long run.
I don't think that will be the case. I think developers are going to switch. Even if Nintendo wants, even if Nintendo wants to keep the 3DS going, I think it's going to be the developers who make that transition for them.
We'll see. Who knows? E3, am I right? What's next?
Virtual console.
Yeah, they got to bring Virtual Console. That's got to be talked about at E3. They can't ignore it anymore, man.
Fucking Sony has. Sony's put it off. How long has the PlayStation 4 been out for?
But at least Nintendo has been pretty, like,
Sony had been, too.
On top of it, for the most part.
Sony had been, too. I think Nintendo will do it, and then I will laugh when Sony really falls behind, even behind fucking Nintendo.
Man, GameCube Virtual Console. I need to play that game, those GameCube games.
I still have a GameCube, so...
Yeah, but think about it. You can play portable now. You can walk around and play whatever fucking GameCube game you want, man.
I can make a portable GameCube if I want.
GameCube's got a handle. It's already portable.
That's true, yeah. First portable console. You heard it here first.
E3.
E3. That's Nintendo. That's E3.
It's been Nintendo. It's been E3.
Check us out.
Check us out in the comments below. The links below. We got all of our
E3 coverage. Check us out in the comments below.
Check us out in the comments below. Right on the comments and do all that crazy stuff and subscribe and hang out with us. And we'll do more E3 coverage coming at you live.
Nope, not live.
Boy.
Yeah, it's definitely not live.
E3.